Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of high school football here on CTV. Tom Brenner along with the coach, Denny White, here for another edition of high school football with the 0-4 St. Clair Saints hosting the 0-4 South Lake Cavaliers. Coach, let's get right to it. At least tonight we got something to play for. One team will get their first win of the season tonight.
The good news is somebody's going to come out of here really happy and someone's going to come out of here disappointed.
Well, it's the first night of fall here in the state of Michigan, and it's 85 degrees down here on the field at East China Stadium. South Lake had about 24, 25 guys on their roster. How might that play into tonight's game?
I think that's going to play a major part. They get tired very quickly here, and it's a lot hotter on the field than it is just standing in the stands.
All right, so both teams looking for their first win. There's got to be a key. Let's go with a key for your Saints to get their first win of the season.
I think the key for the Saints is to get their running game going. They showed signs of it last week. Their defense was really good last week. The offense is starting to come around, and hopefully that's the key to them, I think.
All right, looking forward to a great game tonight here at East China Stadium. First half kickoff coming up right after these messages.
In the past 7 years and show a dedication to an art and an organization.
St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza is now open 7 days a week for your shopping needs. Everything you need from auto supplies, wiring, paint, craftsman tools. St. Clair's Ace Hardware has picnic items, a complete gift department with candles and more. Don't miss the specials on Valspar paint. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza. Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits Hotel, all in St. Clair. Before or after the game, stop at Murphy Inn. Different specials every day. Happy hour 2 to 6 daily, and 7 vintage hotel rooms. Half off large pizza every Monday, karaoke on Wednesday and Saturday, live music on Thursday and Friday. Murphy Inn has private dining area for showers and family parties. Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits Hotel in St. Clair since 1836.
All right, hello again, everybody. We are just moments away from kickoff here at East China Stadium. A very lovely 83 degrees. Once again, Tom Brenner here with you with the coach, Coach White. Should be a good ball game. Someone's going to win their first game, as we said in our pregame.
Absolutely. This should be a good contest. I hope there's a breeze down there because there certainly isn't one up here.
St. Clair's have to kick off to start this ball game. The Cavaliers will return. Jacob Bonanno is set to kick off for the Saints. Crowd fired up to get going. The 5th game of the season for the St. Clair Saints. And we are off and running. Short return for the Cavaliers. Here comes the Saints defense.
That was good coverage, a 10-yard return. If you can get him to start on the 26 every time, that's not a bad way to start.
Saints, of course, are coached by James Bishop. Assistant coaches Ken Dubé, Kevin Amon, and Brian Tatman. Cavaliers a little slow to come out here to start this game.
come out in a spread offense, and that's what St. Clair was aware of.
Saints with a big sack on that play, number 44, and on that one, that is Michael Morawski. Good start for the Saints, special teams and defense.
A great start. It looked like there was a little confusion in the backfield, too. The quarterback turned to hand it to someone, and there wasn't anyone there.
Got to imagine if you're off to a start like the Saints, where you do have some ups and downs, that those are the little things you hope for. I believe the Cavaliers starting quarterback is Jaheim Frazier. He's listed as number 4 on the roster, but I believe that is their starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's the information we were given by their offensive coordinator.
High snap, almost fumbled. Saints going to get on this one too. That's back-to-back sacks to start the game for the St. Clair Saints.
That's a good start. Well, we talked about the improvement in the Saints defense last week. They played an excellent game, and they're starting off here tonight really well, very aggressive.
3rd down and 28 to go. This is about as good of a start as you could ask for so far. I don't want to jinx it, but this is a pretty good start for that Saints defense. Cavaliers backed up to their own 8-yard line to start this one off.
There really isn't a play for 3rd and 28 on the play sheet.
No. They handle this snap. And around just a short gain, couple yards on the play. That'll bring up a lovely 3rd down and 26 to go. Here comes the Cavaliers punt unit.
Nice read by St. James. 4th and 25. That's a great way to start.
Yes, it is. Almost a wide snap, nearly blocked by the Saints. This is a decent punt that's going to roll right over into the Saints territory and land right at about the 40.5-yard line.
Now let's see the offense put this together. Great start for the defense. Now hopefully it's contagious.
Absolutely. All right, here comes the Saints offense, their first series of tonight's game. Short run up the middle, pretty much goes nowhere.
Yeah, we had some penetration. I don't think we designed it like that.
Quarterback for the Saints, as usual, one of the captains for tonight, Colin Augusta. Senior hoping to lead this Saints team to a few victories here before this season ends.
Colin's a 3-sport athlete, works extremely hard. I would say no one has ever worked harder than Colin does.
That's all you can ask for out of a student athlete. Augusta in the shotgun once again, man in motion. To give to the man in motion, that's number 2, Ethan Mon. Picks up about 5.
Based upon the scouting report, the linebackers for South Lake are extremely busy. And they stunted the middle one that time. Fortunately, we ran away from it.
3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Saints. Another man in motion here for the Saints. Oh, fumble on the snap here. Fumble on the exchange between the quarterback and the running back. They're going to lose yardage here. Bring up about a 4th and 4, 4th and 5. There you can see man in motion on the snap. They just didn't get it in there.
Hit him in the hip.
The bad didn't get a first down. The good is your defense did play well on that first series, so you hope the defense can pick them up here. 4th and 5 for the Saints. They'll be lined up to punt. Punt bounces at the 25. Cavaliers will bring it out, and excellent coverage on the play there by number 2, Ethan Mon. Special teams very sound early.
Great coverage. They had 3 guys around there. Now they're going to start on the 15. That's a comfortable place to have the other team start.
Absolutely. Not much cooking offensively for either team. Somewhat expected, I guess, for 2 teams 0-4. Cavaliers have given up 134 points this year. The Saints actually have given up 133, so almost identical on their point totals for the season.
A little different look this time.
Another high snap, and it's fumble on the play. See what the officials have to say. They blow the play dead. Saints ball. What a huge play from the Saints defense.
It's a big pile.
Huge,
Somebody on the
play.
St. Clair team recovered it.
There you go. Saints will start this one on the Cavaliers' 13-yard line. This is one of those moments you got to hope for a touchdown.
Yes, this is a. It's not critical, but it would be wonderful if we could score.
Yes, it would.
Just a confidence builder.
Gusta lined up in the shotgun once again. This one's a toss to the right. Mon on the carry. Get it down to the Cavalier 9-yard line, a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play.
Cavalier defense spread that out. I would not be surprised at all that they key on Ethan, because he's been the power back for a couple years now. And if they set their defense up to key on him and stretch that play out to allow help to come over.
2nd down and 6 now from the 9. 6.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Man in motion for the Saints. Here's the snap. Handoff once again to Mon. He's going to take this one all the way down to, looks like, the 1-yard line. That'll be a first down to make it 1st and goal for the Saints.
A well-conceived play. That's one of those that if they're going to – that's one of those if they're going to key on Ethan around the end, you just run off the tackle.
As you said, Mon's been their workhorse. You might as well ride your workhorse down here in the red zone.
Absolutely.
First down and goal from the 1-yard line. Quarterback sneak here. Looks like a touchdown for the Saints. St. Clair on the board early. Make it 6-0. It's always a good sign when the band's playing. Saints go marching in early in the first quarter. Jacob Manano on for the extra point here for the Saints. Here's the snap. This one is up. And it is good. Make it 7-0 St. Clair. 5:58 left to play here in the first quarter at East China Stadium. Excellent start for the Saints.
That's outstanding. That's what you needed to do. Put some points on the board, because you know your defense is doing really well tonight.
It is Parents' Night here at East China Stadium for the band, for the cheerleaders, and for the football team. So I guess why not put on a show for all the parents who,
Absolutely. Good timing. This side is packed.
packed and it's loud here, actually.
It is. You can feel that all the way through the booth.
All right, St. Clair's have to kick this one off. There comes the kick. This one will land at about the 18-yard line, returnable for the Cavaliers. Cut back here, number 5 will bring it all the way to their own 34-yard line. That was number 8, Tyler Waiters. Decent field position for the Cavaliers to start this drive. Got to imagine if you're that St. Clair defense, you've seen some high snaps, you've seen a little jittery play there behind center. You got to kind of keep your head on a swivel, hoping for something like that to continue to happen.
I think you do, and I think you keep the pressure on.
Southlake once again in the shotgun. Saints with 4 down linemen. There's the snap. This one's a good one. They're back to pass. Big drop. This pass is completed. He breaks 1 tackle and he's down. It's still a loss of 1 yard on the play. Whole lot going there for Hold. Not a whole lot in the end.
I think the design was for a screen and it didn't really work out because he fell back there a long way and St. Clair stayed in their lane. That was a well-conceived defensive attack. Good discipline.
2nd down and 11 now. Clock is running just under 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. 3 receivers split to the left here for the Cavaliers. Here's a snap. This one's a handoff to the left. Takes a few steps backwards.
Ooh.
Big hit there for the Saints. Number 14, Dustin Beeland, in on that tackle.
Saints defense is very aggressive. They just find the ball, read their keys, find the ball, and attack.
As far as defense goes, you gotta believe that they're happy with this. We had a 3rd down and 28. Now we're at a 3rd down and 11. That's what you got to shoot for if you're a defensive coordinator.
Absolutely. Like you were talking about, the potential is always there for a bad snap.
Cavaliers in the shotgun once again. This is another sort of high snap. This is a screen this time. Missed tackle there on the play. We'll get it outside, but tackled from behind. Austin Schwager on the tackle. Antoine Goins.
Yeah, that was the screen. That's one of the ways you combat the aggressive defense for the Saints. I thought we had them behind the line there for a minute. But it still leaves you with a 4th down. You're going to have to punt.
Yep, 4th down and 5 here from their own 39-yard line. Snap a little to the left. They will get this punt off. It's a short one, though.
Stay away, stay away.
Oh, it takes an unbelievable bounce. It's picked up right on the 12-yard line of the Saints. Wow, that went from very bad to very good in a hurry.
I think if he were to reconsider that, he may want to fair catch it.
So there's a positive there for Southlake. They'll want to build on that excellent punt. .324 left here in the first quarter at East China Stadium. St. Clair 7, Southlake 0.
Well, this is a challenge. It gives you an opportunity to see what wide open stuff you have.
Gus under center for this start of this series. Quarterback draw, looked like that was a designed quarterback draw there.
Or not. That's why I'm the defensive coordinator.
Gain of 3 on that play. 2nd down and 7 coming up here. St. Clair with 4 receivers on this play. 1 runner in the backfield. Gust on the shotgun, takes the snap. He was looking for Davidson. Looks like he's going to have to run this one. And he does. He's brought down pretty quickly on the play. I think that was a design pass play.
Well, that's what I was just going to say.
there.
I wonder if it was simply, it was a quick decision, so perhaps it was a running play design. But
no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7 to go. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Looks like a timeout taken by the Saints. If you're in this timeout, what are you talking to the Saints about here?
I think they're talking about their spacing on the lines because they're trying to set up a play. And I think that it's an opportunity to for a long score, or at least a long gain, perhaps a pass out of the backfield. The offense with the 4 receivers is well conceived. And so when they cross, it's very difficult to defend them, but you need time in order to do that.
All right, both teams heading back onto the field now, and the Saints, this could be a good one to kind of keep this drive going, keep the ball out of the Cavaliers' hands. 3rd down and 7. Gust under center once again. 2 receivers to the left. Here's the snap. He will drop back. He will pass. He is under pressure. He throws this one up, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for number 7, Austin Schwager, on that play.
As aggressive as the Southlake defense is, that was a good pass defense. The linebackers stayed home, dropped back into their zones to cover.
Pretty good pressure there too.
Yep. Yeah, that's the nemesis of a good quarterback, is you don't have any time to get rid of the ball, or for your receivers to get open.
4th down and 7. Saints with the pretty obvious choice to punt this one away.
Yes. Yeah. Now, if we get the same kind of bounce.
This one is going to be fielded. He runs backwards with it about 5 yards. We got a flag on the play. He will do his best here. I've got to believe this one's going to be on Southlake.
Yeah, I think this is a clip.
He brings this one all the way down to the Saints' 36-yard line. If I was a betting man, I'd have to say it's usually on the return team.
Yep.
Officials meet up to decide what they want to call on this one. Looks like a block in the back on Southlake. They'll bring this one back. Good return, though.
Yeah,
that's really what happens when there's a penalty, too.
That's right. Well, and from the Cavaliers' perspective, that was not a needed block.
Right.
It turned around to go the other way.
Good return there by the senior Antoine Goins. He's showing some athleticism early on.
Yeah.
So that penalty, instead of starting on the Saints side of the field, it brings them all the way down to their own 31-yard line. Big, big difference. First and 10. Once again, they are in the shotgun. Looks like they're pretty much exclusively in that. Back to pass. A couple steps. They're going deep on this play. This one is underthrown. Oh, it's picked off. St. Clair with an excellent play there. That's number 10, Colin Pavlo.
And Colin has been hurt. He was walking around with an injured ankle. He was in a boot for several weeks. This is his first game back.
Still only the first quarter, 1:38 to play, and the Saints already forcing 2 turnovers. That's absolutely huge.
Welcome back, Colin.
St. Clair offense took advantage of the last turnover, see if they can do the same. Gust under center. Handoff, run to the right, makes one man miss and picks up a few. Nice run there by number 2, Ethan Mon.
Yep, if they can get Ethan around the end, he's got an awful lot of speed. But conversely, he is very quick at hitting the inside hole. Very quick.
Gain of 8 on that play brings up 2nd down and 2 with 1:31 left here in the first quarter. Saints with just one man wide here. That's Ben Davidson, the senior wide receiver. Bottom of your screen. This is the toss to the left. It's Mon once again. He's got a little room. Squeaks through. The ball is on it's on the ground. He picked up the first down and then fumbled the ball. Looks like the officials are saying St. Clair recovered the ball on the play. So it's a first down after all that.
As hot and humid as it is, you begin to sweat. That ball gets slippery.
Seen a few tosses here from the Saints early on. I got to imagine that's something they saw in some film throughout the week.
Yep, if you can get to the edge, then the speed kicks in, and it's a long way down the sideline.
Here's a handoff up the middle, and this one's blown up. Good play there by number 72, who is 77, excuse me. That's David Alexander, senior for Southlake. Found his way through. He's a big boy.
He sure is. He came right through there, untouched, it looked like.
Our roster sheet here has him listed at 6'3", 302 pounds.
Yep, that's a big boy.
Yeah. We might not know much, but
that's right.
I think we can call him
we
big guy.
got that one.
Second down and 12. Approaching the end of the first quarter here at East China Stadium. St. Clair 7, Southlake 0. This could be our final play of the first quarter. They were looking to the right. He's got Davidson isolated on the right, but comes up short. So that stops the clock, so we will get at least one more play here in the first quarter. 13 seconds left. It's 3rd down and 12. Again, Davidson and Schwager split out as the receivers here. Gust under center. He's rolling to his right, looking to pass. He's under pressure once again. He's going to have to get rid of it or take the sack. And he is taken down by number 10. Looks like he did put the ball on the ground, but they're ruling he was down. Number 10, Jeremiah Vines, was closing very, very fast from the backside on that play.
He's very quick.
And with that brings us to the end of the first quarter. After one, it's St. Clair 7, Southlake 0. We'll be back after these messages.
Neiman's Family Markets, from produce, deli, bakery, meats, or even bagels. Neiman's Family Markets. They have it all on Kearney Drive in St. Clair. Neiman's Family Markets. North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Satellite, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back here on CTV. It's another presentation of high school football. St. Clair's up 7-0 on the Southlake Cavaliers. Pretty good first quarter if you're St. Clair.
Definitely, absolutely. And again, their defense was improved last week and is showing its mettle this week.
Looks like we were about to start, but official is something. Looks like Augusta must be bleeding, or
Yeah.
So in the meantime, here comes number 7, Austin Schweiger. Looks like he'll sub in for him. No big deal on 4th and 15.
Nope, he's the signal caller. He's just calling the snap.
St. Clair lined up the punt here from their own 39-yard line. Snap is a good one. Here's our punt.
Nice punt.
See what we get for a roll here. This one's going to be a good roll.
Yeah.
This one's going to roll all the way down to about the 18-yard line.
Again, I think if the South Lake returner had an opportunity to do it again, he'd fair catch it. You get those bounces afterward, and that's negative yardage.
Yeah, you'd sure think the same thing since they struggle to score points on offense.
Yeah. Well, time for another defensive stop.
Yeah, why not? 2 already tonight.
Sure.
Could look for a 3rd. That's the underrated part of those good punts as well, is if you do cause a turnover early in this series, you have outstanding field position right away.
Really good field position, yeah.
All right, here come the Cavaliers. They really haven't been able to find any kind of rhythm offensively so far. First down and 10 from their own 18-yard line here in the second quarter. Well, delay a game here on South Lake. Mentioned it earlier. It seemed like they were kind of coming out a little slow to start each series. That's one of those iffy ones in high school football. There is no technical clock.
No, it's all on the officials' timing.
So you kind of wonder if maybe they mentioned it to him earlier, and that was kind of their warning.
Well, and you get a signal. So he shows you when there's 10 seconds, and he counts off the last 5 by moving his arm.
Here's the snap, and it's a handoff. Just off the left side. Not much there once again.
I think they're finding out St. Clair's defensive line is stout, and there's not a whole lot of yardage to be made through there.
Loss of 3 on that play. Second down and 13. Late substitution for this one for South Lake. Two men in the backfield here. Snap is good. This is a run to the left. Once again, that's Antoine Goins. Makes one man miss. Another big gain there. Goins seems to be the guy that can get them moving here.
And he doesn't seem to have the speed that Ethan Mon has, but he certainly sets his blockers up well.
It's a first down for the Cavaliers. It'll bring up 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Two men wide, 2 men in the backfield. Handoff once again to the left side. Another good gainer here, gain of about 15. Number 22, Brandon Robinson.
Yeah, they found something on that left side. Inside the end, outside the end. They're picking on something we need to adjust.
South Lake able to cross over into Saints territory here. Clock is moving, just under 10.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. St. Clair 7, South Lake 0. This by far the most movement of the ball we've had from South Lake tonight. Pretty good drive going so far. Oh, bad snap once again. And the Saints are all over it. We've talked about it a couple times so far. They're having trouble with some snaps here and there.
Somebody pulled the plug.
Second down and 16 now. 9.5 minutes to play. Another high snap. This one's a handoff, this time to the right side. He's able to get out there. Huge block thrown downfield, and finally, after a gain of about 5 yards, he's brought down. .907 to play. Looks like a timeout by the St. Clair defense here on 3rd down and 5. Oh, maybe not. Clock now rolls. 9 minutes to go.
It's like they found something. This is the first time they've actually moved the ball, and that took care of that.
There's a snap. Oh, he breaks away somehow, some way.
Oh,
wow. He's going to come up short of the first down, but Antoine Goins somehow snuck away. It looked like number 44 for the Saints had him in the backfield. Looks like Michael Morawski. He was in there, and somehow he just slipped right out of his fingertips.
Boy, he turned nothing into something on that one.
4th down and 1. I got to imagine South Lake will go for it here. They will go for it. 4th and 1 on the Saints' 40-yard line. Hand off here, number 22. Oh, he's going to be short.
Play. Nice play.
Outstanding tackle on the play. Number 36 for the Saints, Jared St. James. Yep. Very, very good tackle. Saints take over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Slammed in from his linebacker spot. What a great play there.
Saints defense has truly risen to the occasion here so far tonight. So 8 minutes, 9 seconds to play here in the second quarter. St. Clair once again looking to take advantage of a big defensive stop.
It's time for Saints to move the ball slowly down the field, eat up some clock, and then score at the end.
Someone in the backfield, 2 receivers out wide. Gusta takes the snap. This will be a handoff to the left side. Not much going there.
No.
Pretty big collision there, and it looks like we have an injury here for the Cavaliers.
There's some big players on the South Lake team.
There are.
Oop, got an injury.
Saints all take a knee on their sideline as they obviously hope for the best for the man down here for the Cavaliers. There you can see a big crowd here tonight at East China Stadium for the Saints. As we mentioned earlier, it's Parents' Night, so got all the parents for the band, for the cheerleaders, and of course for the football team as well. Good to see a lot of people out here making some noise for the Saints.
It's a beautiful night to have this. It's almost like they knew what the weather was going to be like when they scheduled it.
Good turnout from the student section as well.
The band is always a welcome addition.
I'm a big fan of the tubas.
Yes. It's hard not to be when they're right in front of us.
There you go. Looks like that's number 22 here, Brandon Robinson. Injured player here for South Lake. Robinson is senior. He's able to get up to help trainers from both teams here.
The real advantage for the varsity game is there's a trainer here and a physician.
Both teams able to come on the field. It's always good when you can see them walk off under their own power. That was a pretty big collision there.
Sure was.
All right, we'll pick things up. 7:55 to go here in the second quarter. It's still 7-0 St. Clair. Second down and 10 from the 40. Another handoff here. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. Just like you were kind of hoping for. Nice, slow and steady down the field.
Yep. Colin Augusta is a really strong runner.
Third down and 5 coming up for the Saints. Augusta gets the play from Kevin Mon on the sidelines and brings it back to the huddle. One man wide, 2 guys in the backfield here for St. Clair. A little pressure coming from Southlake. It's a toss to the left once again.
Cut.
He's not able to get out all the way to the outside. Pretty good tackling there, Mon.
That was shut down real quick. I thought that had potential in the beginning.
Brings up fourth down and 4 with about 6:50 to play here in the second quarter. Looks like St. Clair might go for it here, Coach.
I thought so because the defense has been so productive that it kind of makes you cut. Whoops, they are. There you go. Nice call.
Davidson out wide.
There you go.
Oh, looks like they were just hoping for them to jump on that play. So St. Clair will take the...
I think
or
it
not.
was designed.
Full start actually on the play for St. Clair.
Yeah, I think
Thought
it
we might
was
have a delay game. They were just going to punt the ball, but
to do the other, but
so it looks like they'll send out the punt team here. Makes it 4th down and 9 from their own 41-yard line. 6:19 to play here in the second quarter. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to run it. Here goes Augusta. He can get the first down.
There you go.
He's got
it. A fake.
Special teams and defense so far have checked off all the boxes.
Nope. Nice effort by Colin Augusta. Well, I think that's one of the options that you have when your defense is playing well.
Absolutely. Makes it 1st down and 10. Huge play there for St. Clair. They move the ball into the Cavalier territory with 6 minutes, 9 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Coach's dream would be about a 6-minute drive here to score a touchdown.
That would work perfectly.
Certainly possible. They've actually been running the ball pretty well on this drive. There's a snap, another handoff, quick handoff. Breaks one tackle and ends up with a good gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
That's a good start.
Clock is moving. 5.5 now left in the second quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Saints. Schwager and Davidson once again split out as receivers. Here's our snap. It's a handoff once again. This looks like Mon. He's able to get to the outside. He makes his way to the 30, the 25, the 20. He's pushed out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line. That's the first time the Saints got one able to bust one out.
Outstanding run. There was a hole there. Dip in, dip out, get to the outside, and he can use his speed.
Huge, huge play there for the Saints. Huge. Gets all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 1st down for St. Clair. 1st down and 10 with 5:08 to play.
Well, if we're going to score, it doesn't really have to be a 6-minute drive.
Doesn't have to be. We'll take 6 any way we can get it. The way the defense is playing, they might get the ball back if they're able to score.
That's right. Absolutely. Ooh.
It's like a little mix-up there. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Down to 4:45 left in the second quarter. Looks like a timeout here taken by Southlake. It's not a bad timeout for Southlake.
That's good. They got to take a break and make some plans as to what to look for. Now that St. Clair ran inside, and obviously they can run outside, and Augusta can keep the ball. Now you got some problems on defense.
Cheerleaders, as always, out to support the Saints. Getting this crowd fired up. There you go. There's a great shot of this huge crowd here on the Saints side of the field.
Outstanding. Yep, it's a packed. So this side is packed.
Both
Students
teams
down
making
here
their
to
way
our
back
right.
onto the field here. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left. We'll take it either way. Good, quick score now. We want a quick score now.
That's right. And then we'll get greedy and want to come back for another one.
Exactly. Augusta once again under center. Hands it off once again to Mon. This time looks like he's going to lose a yard.
At least on that play, it proved to be a good timeout.
Yes, it did. Tackle on the play by Brandon Robinson. He was the player who was down just minutes ago, so he's going to go out of the game once again. But even a timeout right there for a guy like him could make all the difference in the world.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. And as we said on the outset, it's awfully warm here tonight.
Yes. Still over 80 degrees here at East China Stadium. 3rd down and 5 here for the Saints. Fake to the left. He tries to run it to the right, but well defended there by Southlake, and Augusta is taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's it. Not sure what happened on that play. Normally, if it's a missed handoff, the quarterback's going to follow the original ball carrier. So I don't know whether that's designed that way or not.
Either way, it's a loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 4th down and 8 with 3.5 to go. Saints will send out their offense once again. You can see on your screen there the size of David Alexander, the guy we were talking about earlier. He's
a big fella.
Man among boys out there. Here's a snap. Augusta has it, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield once again.
Yep, that was designed as an option, I think, in
Cameron Richardson's the guy who got in the backfield quick.
Took the option away.
Cavaliers take over on downs. It'll be 1st down and 10. Give them credit. Give them credit for hanging in.
Yep. It looked like the timeout was beneficial.
3:06 to play. St. Clair still up 7-0 over the Southlake Cavaliers. As we mentioned earlier, we believe the quarterback is Jaheim Frazier. He's wearing number 2 tonight, even though he's listed as number 4. And look out here. Huge run. He's all the way. He's going all the way.
He's got some speed. He's pulling away from the St. Clair defenders. No flags.
That's number 5, Antoine Goins. We talked about him earlier.
Yep.
He's been knocking on the door for quite some time here so far tonight.
Yep.
That is an 83-yard touchdown there by Antoine Goins and the Southlake Cavaliers.
He's a powerful runner, and he's very quick. He got through the line very quickly and then simply outran everybody.
That's what they like to call track speed.
I think you would. Yes, you would.
I got to imagine Antoine Goins is a pretty good track athlete. So that score makes it 7-6 now. The always tricky extra point in high school football.
Nope, they're going to go for 2 here.
They will go for 2 once again. Frazier back there. It's a handoff, and St. Clair's all over.
Not going to run the same play twice, yeah.
Play is good for 83, but not 2.
That's right. That's right.
So St. Clair maintains their lead at 7-6, 2:55 to play here in the second quarter. So you're hoping to put together a 2-minute, 55-second drive here if you're St. Clair?
Absolutely. Yep. Well, that depends on where you get the ball.
Yeah, I guess you're really hoping for a return for a touchdown here.
Yeah, that would work.
That would be okay with us. Both teams line up. In a low-scoring game like this, you ever think they might go for an onside kick at this stage in the game, or?
In the video that we had seen, they did that often.
They did, okay. Here comes our kickoff, and they'll kick this one deep.
No,
it's a great kick. That's going to bounce all the way through the end zone.
And in high school, once it crosses that in line, it's a dead ball.
Right. So the Saints offense heads back on the field, 2:55 to go.
Well, the 20's not the 40, but we can do this.
Take care of the football here and kill a little clock at the very least. Sometimes you don't even necessarily want to march down the field for a score if it's not obvious. Once again, Augusta under center for the Saints. 2 men in the backfield, 1 man out wide. It's a toss to the right. It's Mon once again. Makes 1 man miss. Picks up about close to 10 yards.
Yep, and that's an adjustment that Southlake's going to have to make. You have to pick your poison. Either you're going to stop them inside or outside, but you can't do both.
Clock keeps ticking, 2:35 to go. They call it a gain of 9, brings up 2nd down and just under 1 yard to go. Saints in a little bit of a hurry, but not in a complete hurry. Here comes the snap. It's a quick handoff to the fullback. Bounces way outside for a 1st down. Looks like number 22, Deion Turner with the carry. Clock approaching 2 minutes. Saints on their own 33 here. Once again, it's a handoff. It's Mon to the outside to the right. We've got a flag on the play. Clock will stop at 1:57. See what the officials have up their sleeves this time. Looks like the penalty ends up on Southlake here.
Yeah.
Looks like Bernard Snowden wants an explanation there from the officials. He's not exactly pleased with that penalty. And taking a long time explaining it as well.
Yeah.
Flag still down on the play. They're going to walk this one. They're going to keep on walking. Going to spot this one at the 46-yard line. And we're back to action here. Here's the snap. This time he's under center. He's looking to the right. Here's Davidson. He's going to pick up 6 or 7 on the play. Quick toss out to Ben Davidson. I believe that's his first reception of the night.
The last couple of years, Ben has been their primary receiver. He's a little quiet tonight, but perhaps they're just waiting for the special time.
Looks like a little bit of a looks like a little substitution issue here for the Saints. Couldn't quite figure out who was supposed to be on the field. But a good timeout.
Good timeout, and they've got more, so it's not like, oh dear, we're going to use them all up.
Minute 26 to play here in the second quarter. Saints up 7-6 on Southlake Cavaliers. Definitely don't want to take a penalty after they just committed a penalty to help you out.
No. This has been a half so far, spurts and starts and potential, but not realized.
Good news is they're holding on to the ball after a huge, huge series for the Cavaliers. Don't want to give them too much life heading into the half. Two receivers split to the left, bottom of your screen. Looks like Ben Davidson, top of your screen to the right. One man in the backfield. 2nd down and 4 here for St. Clair. Here's the snap. It's going to be a stretch handoff to the left. Mon trying to find a little space. Looks like he picks up about 3. Should be 3rd down and 1, depending on the spot here. Looks like a great spot, actually. Looks like a 1st down.
Okay, we'll take that.
Yeah. Starting to shape up to be a pretty good opportunity here for St. Clair. Get some points possibly before the end of the first half. Have to do it quickly,
some points and leave no time.
Four receivers split, one man in the backfield with Augusta. Here's the snap. He's looking to his right. He's looking for Davidson, but this play is going to be blown dead. Be interesting to see what the penalty was there. It looked like Davidson might have been able to run for a little bit if that play would have stood.
Yeah.
False start against the Saints. They'll move him back. We'll bring up 1st down and 15 now. 1:17 to play here at East China Stadium. St. Clair 7, Southlake 6. Same formation once again. 2 guys to the right, 2 guys to the left.
The clock seemed to be a little messed up here.
Yeah, looks like we do have a clock issue. It's brought its way all the way down to 19 seconds. I believe we were at a minute 17, minute 19 they put on there. Looks like we're back in action. Augusta takes the snap. He's looking to his right once again. He's going deep.
There you go. Oh.
Looking for Ben Davidson once again, so they went short to him the last play. False start, and they looked to go deep to him. He had him.
That was very close. You're right. He was open. That's a good sign, though. That's the first time they've tried to get behind the defenders. So you know that he can. Make
Davidson
those adjustments at halftime and see if you can take advantage of that.
Absolutely. If Davidson was able to make that catch, it would have been made the highlight reel. No
yes,
doubt about it.
Yes, it would have.
Minute 13 now after the whistle stops the clock. 2nd down and 15 here for St. Clair. It's a handoff. Looks like he's able to make his way back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock keeps on ticking. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 10 or 11. And timeout St. Clair with 1:01 to play. It's a tricky spot here if you're the Saints.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you can.
3rd down and long, a minute left on the clock. Be interesting to see what they draw up here. Band, of course, getting ready for their halftime show as always. Looks like they're ready for action. Saints all lined up. Southlake kind of slowly making their way out to the field. Referees still haven't blown the whistle, and there it is. Saints can snap when they wish. Man in motion here is Colin Pavlo, and it's just a simple handoff. Saints brought down in the backfield. The clock will keep ticking. timeout here by the Cavaliers, so they're hoping for the best on a return.
Absolutely, they are.
48 seconds left in the second quarter. St. Clair 7, Southlake 6.
Well, and the Cavaliers have some hope simply because they sprung their big back the last time.
As good as the special teams have been, you want to make sure you stay focused on this one. Don't let them bust one for a big gain.
And you know, in high school, it's so often, if you just do your responsibility, you're in the right place, then it's up to you to make the play. But so often they get excited and want to be in on the play, and then they get out away from their responsibilities, and that's where the hole comes.
St. Clair does send out their punt unit here. Looks like Jeremiah Vines is back deep to receive here for the Cavaliers. He must be pretty special if Antoine Goins isn't out there.
That's right. That's right.
Snap is a good one. Here comes the punt. See if he fields it. He's going to let it bounce. And that one ends up right in the hands of a Saint. Takes 8 seconds off the clock. 40 seconds to play here, and the Cavaliers will take it over on offense.
Well, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but one of these days somebody's going to fair catch one of those.
We'll see. It'll be our game. We can play that game the rest of the
maybe
game.
Not. Well,
if you're Southlake, what's your approach here with 40 seconds left in the second quarter?
I'm going to see if I can get Goins around the end again. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to try off tackle. It's going to be him, however. So if I'm St. Clair, I'm going to keep an eye. I'm going to know where he's at.
Goins is in the backfield. It looks like they're still trying to find their way to line up. He is in the backfield with Frazier. Here's a snap, and there he goes. Goins to the left side again. He's going to sweep it out, cut back. Ooh, it makes a
nice
very
cut.
big cut.
Yeah.
Another good
He's
run.
Quick.
Picks up 10 or 11 on the play. Clock does keep ticking, though. We're down to 28 seconds. That's a first down. Looks like the officials stopped the clock to let the chain gang catch up.
It's going to start again here as soon as they get set.
They catch up. There's the whistle. Clock will roll. Here's a snap. Oh, it's a fumble.
There's the ball.
Looked like they might have landed on it. Cavaliers maybe in a little bit too much of a hurry. Clock going to hit 10 seconds. Looks like they're going to let this one hit zeros. I don't think they wanted to let it hit zeros by the way the coaching staff was reacting on the sidelines, but it does. That's the end of the first half here on CTV. St. Clair 7, Southlake 6. What did you think of that first half so far, Coach?
Well, I thought the defense was outstanding. I think that they had one breakdown, but I think you have to attribute a lot of that to Goins. I think the offense needs to get into a flow where they run one play to set up the next one and get a look. It doesn't seem to. I'm not the offensive guy, but it doesn't seem to be in a flow right now. It's like let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. But at halftime, that's when you make the adjustments that determine how successful you're going to be in the whole game. So hopefully they'll make those adjustments. They found out what they wanted to find out, and they'll make those adjustments in the second half.
It looked like earlier the Saints were going with a little bit more of a run game approach with Ethan Mon, and then near the end of the second quarter there, they were looking to maybe get it to Ben Davidson a little bit. Which one of those things, or something else, do you think we might see in the second half?
Well, I think that's it. I think based on last week's performance, they got a great deal out of their air offense, and I think they'll go to that in the second half.
Well, we're waiting for the band to take the field here and give us another great performance here on CTV. Looks like they're pretty close to being set up. We'll call that a first half for us. St. Clair 7, Southlake 6. We'll see you in the second half.
Winnie Cruikshank with Dawn and Jeff Snively. Joelle Beauchamp with Barry Beauchamp. Liliana Chappelle with Jane Ogden and Mike Richards. Alicia Philippus with Cheryl Kelch and Jessica Wilhelm. Hannah Hayes with Fred and Beth and Jason Bordeaux. Ariana Ireland with Chad and Serena. Belle Koo with Amberly. Allie Koo with Paula and Pound. Millie Hamill with John and Catherine Hicks. Michaela McCoy with Wendy and Mike McCoy. Kyla Perina with Tina. Jordan Plonka with John and Patty Plonka. Olivia Pirrett with Angela and Justin Burke, and Scott and Tiffany Lobozinski. Avery Roush with Janelle and Brian.
Slow down and say that.
Ron will tell you when to pick up again. He's right down in the blue shirt.
I lost where I was.
Plunka was out, and then that group.
Claire Swihoffer with Tanya and Doug. Lexi Swihoffer with Jessica Simons. Okay. Jake Snyder with Melissa Snape and John Snyder. Maddie Salgut with Laura Salgut. And Taryn Vacklin with Jen and Lawrence. Is it Yacklin or Vacklin? How about a well-deserved hand for these parents and their young people? They do a great job all year long, and they work as hard as any athletic team in the building. All yours, big boy.
Drum majors, is the band ready? Since the 1950s, these lovable creatures have entertained and educated adults and children alike. Tonight, for your entertainment, the Marching Saints are presenting the brainchild of the late, great Jim Henson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Marching Saints Muppet Show.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah, it's over. How'd you like it?
Oh, I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much. The brilliance of Jim Henson would always shine through in the comedy and the characters. Here to introduce our next number is the Swedish Chef.
Flurgeny, flurgen, bastu, flummy, Barry saxophone, put, Luke Hyde, put, Caden Proctor, in the fleeing, put.
They've been working on that. If you grew up with The Muppet Show, you have a connection with the two beautiful songs featured next. These were the ballads that spoke to the tender side of the Muppets and told us that as kids, that we're all unique and that being different could be difficult, especially when you were green. Our mellophone soloist is Maya Candlish on Being Green and the Rainbow Connection.
parts that I kind of liked.
Well, I liked a lot of it.
Yeah, you know what? It was actually good.
It was great.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, bravo.
More.
Yeah, more.
Let's hear more.
More. This is a very moving moment.
Yeah, I wish they'd move it to Pittsburgh.
We got our money's worth tonight.
But we paid nothing.
Oh, that's what we got.
Gentlemen, the marching saints. The 2017 Marching Saints are under the direction of Michael Morris. Percussion by Dave Pickett. Drill and music arrangements by Robert Grass. Trumpet soloist is David Ballard. Trumpet soloist is Allison Cole. Drum majors are Melissa Malinowski, Lindsay Rourke, and Emily Tenniswood.
Oh, I like that last number.
Oh, yeah? Well, what did you like about it?
It was the last number.